Like for me, like I said, maybe I'm fucking up my opportunity, but even Twitter, go back to Twitter. I went on Twitter. I never really used it, right? It just happened to be one day I went on Twitter. I seen fucking D Ali, which is Kendrick Lamar producer. And he posted a tweet saying that, yo, I'm looking for a Jamaican artist right now that could do something in the studio. I replied, I'm like, yo, I'm in the studio right now. He DM me like, yo, send me an email, send me a number. Send that. He sent a track over with a reference. He was like, yo, I want you to do it like this. Knowing me, my bros know me, niggas will send me some shit and I'm gonna do something completely different, but you gonna fuck with what I did. So I did it my way. I made it my own and I sent it. It was like, yo, this shit fire. Home was like, yo, I'm gonna have Kendrick Lamar manager hit you up.
All my niggas, we coastin'. High grade, we smoking. On the highway, we rollin'. Crack a bottle, we toastin'.
Hold on, before you get any further, please welcome to Weed and Whiskey Podcast, the greatest motherfucking podcast in the motherfucking world.
It is.
We tired of telling you this shit. You know it already, but I'm gonna keep fucking saying it from the mountaintops because that's where it's gonna fucking take me, to the motherfucking top. That's all I'm gonna say, man. We only do great motherfucking personalities, and in here we only have another great personality in here. You heard a little bit of the story that's going on because, you know, when you great, you attract greatness as well too. But you know we say this all the fucking time, like, and yet the proof is always in the pudding because all the guests that we have on here always have great stories to come with them, and we have brought you another great story hailing straight from Connecticut right here, straight from Hartford, Connecticut to be specific, to let you know there's a lot of opportunities that's bubbling in Connecticut, not just now, but it's always been here. And we're gonna take advantage of it, and we're always gonna make sure we get to the top. So this man in here is here to tell his story because I want him to be the first to tell the story. And I know everybody have their own input, especially from Hartford. You know the story. You've been around. Everybody have their own input, but I want him to tell the story from his perspective. So in here, I brought Scrapp Nyce to tell you all about the experience of what happened with the Backseat Freestyle with Kendrick Lamar and the team. Yeah, I heard how we start off already, so I'm gonna let him continue.
That was fire.
Yeah. Hell of an introduction. But yeah, Scrapp Nyce,
Appreciate you for being here.
Weed and Whiskey, my dogs, you know what I'm saying, since day one, A1 since day one, you know what I'm saying? So we just here talking about the whole Backseat Freestyle situation, and how it came about. So he hit me, he sent me over the reference, and I just made that shit my own, right? Sent it to him. Yo, that shit fire. So he was like, I'm gonna have Kendrick manager hit you up, and we're gonna go over like paperwork and shit.
I was there.
So Punch
Okay.
hit me, and yo, shit fire, we about to use it. I ain't know what the fuck they was using it for, but it involved Hit Boy, producer Hit Boy. They text me one day. I was just at home chilling. I probably wasn't doing shit at that point in my life. Text me like, yo, go on YouTube, type in this. Type it in, hear that shit. Okay. That shit was at 1 million views in like 4 hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, talking.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I hit bros and like, yo, go on YouTube, type in this, niggas type it in like, damn, what the fuck? So now we going over paperwork. TDE is signed to Aftermath, so they distribute to Aftermath. So they had sent over a contract and shit like that. At that point in my life, music, I was just started doing music and shit. The language in the contract, if you don't know the business,
You don't know what the fuck they talking
I don't know what the fuck they talking about. So my boy Kilowatt, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kilowatt. He was like, yo. At that time we was locked in. We was just creating mad music in my room. I bought mad equipment and shit. So we was here every day just vibing and shit. So he was like, yo, I got a manager. I'm signed to a management company. And he ended up giving me the number. We talked. I tell them what was going on. So they got a lawyer. So now, you know, they funding everything. They got a lawyer, all that shit. Went over the contract. They basically saying, yo, this shit ain't right. Basically, they trying to have you sign all your rights over and shit like that. So it was like a work for hire type shit. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
I hear what you're saying.
But it's like a work for hire, excuse me. So we renegotiated. We sent back over our contract. You were really acting iffy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, iffy. I'm like, the fuck? So now my lawyer was like, yo, the song blowing up. Now it's at 10 million views. And while all this was going on, Kendrick, TDE didn't know what was going on because we was dealing with Aftermath. You know, the lawyer Aftermath was dealing with my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what's going on. So Kendrick actually came out here, punch hit me like, yo, pull up to the concert and shit like that. He was at Toad's place. So me and Kilowatt pull up at Toad's place, his manager and shit. I came and picked me up. We went out there. Yo, that shit was fucking lit. And like, just imagine being like young as fuck. I was in my 20s, like young as fuck. You just started doing this music shit. And like you experiencing all this shit. And you just seeing everything just changing and shit. You know what I'm saying? I went there. I met Kendrick. At that point, he was one of my favorite niggas. I was listening to Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn. So we met. We was in the dressing room. We down there politicking. Home vibe was solid. Solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid as fuck. He brought me up on stage. They performed that shit. I saw the crowd going fucking crazy. And I'm just there, like, just in the moment, like.
Every young artist's dream.
Yeah. I'm in the moment, like, what the fuck? All these people going, Martin had a dream. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, my voice started the song. Yeah. So when you hear it, you just hear me first. And then, you know what I'm saying? And people was just...
Continue, what exactly were you saying?
Chili King. I just said, I am king. I said, I am king. Like, that's why I'm it? Chili King. I am king.
Oh, shit. King. I'm going to hear the song differently now. Continue.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I made it my own. But they sent me something.
Some Spanish shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I ain't doing that. A lot of people don't understand. I'm saying I am king because Chili King. Yeah. See my chain, see the logo, Chili King. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying I am king. But they thought that I did what they did. You know what I'm saying? But that's the story behind it. I just said I am king. You know what I'm saying? But the way how they mix it and shit, it just came out like that. But yeah, so we on stage, this shit going crazy. So while my manager met up with Kendrick manager Punch, and he was down there politicking. You know, as an artist, that's one thing he told me. As an artist, when you're dealing with these people, you can't represent yourself. Mm-hmm. So I didn't try to mix in what they was talking about. I'm just there on stage.
You don't even know what they talking about it anyway.
I'm just on stage living, bro. Yeah. I'm seeing this shit going crazy and the lights flashing and I'm seeing everything. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So now shit got messy. The song blew up. That shit was in a Kobe Bryant commercial. All this shit. So I'm seeing all this shit now. Movies, all that shit. So now I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, the fuck? I need to get paid for this shit. Mind you, I tell you, I wasn't on shit. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on with this shit?
Yeah, I need that bread right now.
So now the lawyer was like, yo, they seen how big the song got. And they try to get $1 million off of it. They was asking for $1 million. I thought it was too much. Obviously, they thought it was too much too. So I'm like, she wasn't budging. And I just felt like at that point, certain shit that was going on, it wasn't for my best interest. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, they just looking out for themselves because they didn't really know me. Like I said, I met them through Kilowatt and they just saw the Kendrick shit and they just see a big bag.
They see a money sign.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? They see a money sign. Damn. They see a money sign. But so I just felt like, and I met up with this dude from out here. You know what I'm saying? And the same shit. It was the same shit. Like, I ended up deaded that whole lawsuit shit. Cause fucking D. Ali, I still got the message in my Facebook inbox. I got D. Ali on Facebook friend and all that shit. He was like, yo, cause now the label contact them and saw that the whole $1 million thing that was going on.
Yeah, they see the whole.
Yeah, what was going on behind now. Now the label contacted them. And he wrote me, he was like, yo, don't let this block your blessing. You know what I'm saying? People that do bad things to good people should never work out for them. You just set yourself 10 years back in the game. I still got that I could show you yeah, I could no, it wasn't. It's a Facebook, like a Facebook conversation. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, nah, these niggas mad at me, nigga. So, cause the work for hire was that I would be working for them anytime they reach out to me. They could reach out,
which isn't a bad deal.
It wasn't,
especially as somebody who had nothing going on for them at the time.
Shout out to Joker, you know Joker, Daddy Joker from out here.
Yes.
Me and him had a hot to hot, because when this shit was going on, I ain't know who to turn to. So I started turning to the people that was out here that was doing shit. So I linked up with Joker. So I'm telling him the situation. And he was like, yo, sometime relationship is better than money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then that's when I had just deaded the whole lawsuit shit. But I just felt like that already put a bad taste in their mouth. Like, this nigga was just off for the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happen now. Because if somebody do something bad to you, they start coming around. Like, you don't forget what they did to you. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody ever forget how you make them feel.
So, I ended up deaded the whole contract shit. I signed the contract, but I deaded the lawsuit shit. I was just like, at that point, I just wanted it to be over with. And I'm able to work for them, work for hire. So the contract stated that I was signing like a whole artist development deal. The first contract that they sent.
Like the G League type of shit.
So a work for hire, artist development shit, and then D. Ali would mix a project that I created. He would mix it for me. When everything happened, they saw that it was like, yo, they sent over another contract because now the lawyer is out of it. So they sent over another contract. It was like, oh, we changed some shit in there. So I was like, all right, I'm going to just sign the shit because I want to get it over with. But when I signed it, what I did, I signed over my rights to the song. So now I own no rights to it. You know what I'm saying? The vocals is copywritten to me. Because one thing I learned when I was reasoning with Dirty Joker, I was like, yo, everything on your record, you have to make sure it's set. You have to copyright your thing. So I had copywritten it. You know what I'm saying? So I still own the like part of the rights to it, but it's like the way how they worded the contract is infinite.
In all perpetuity. Yeah.
So they put the infinite in there. If they didn't put that in there at a certain period of time, I could have went back and got it.
But now you can't.
But like the terminology in there, like I did my own research now. You know, I'm smarter when it comes to this shit because I handle my own business. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no management. I do my shit on my own. Now I know that shit. So it's like the first one would have been the best deal. For me to sign.
By far.
Imagine where you would have been right now.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like mad people. Like, I swear to God. And it's like, remember we was talking about how I came in here and our song was playing, and then how, you know, just this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, my bro Flex sent me a video of somebody. I could show you the timestamp in my phone. He didn't even know about this interview. Somebody from out here, I don't know if it's New York, because on his Instagram it says CT, New York, New Jersey, and they sampled the same sample in a like a New York drill music. And I have like 6 of them shits just like in my notepad where it's like mad people sampling the shit, but they don't know where it came from. Like a lot of people hear that sample and they don't know that shit was like local. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's somebody from Connecticut, somebody you see on Main Street, be in the Jamaican club, like really be out here that did that shit. Like a lot of, like you said, people been talking about it, but like a lot of other people don't know that that sample came from here. And I was driving to work this morning. I'm like, I know I'm coming on here and shit like that, but name a song right now, right? That was one of the biggest songs of that time.
Yes.
With that sample.
Still a very big song.
You get what I'm saying? And it's
when
like
that song come on and I'm driving, that song come on, I turn that shit up still.
I purposely play that song on a regular.
Nigga, I misquote you all the time. Ring ting ting, ring ting. I misquote that shit all the fucking time.
But
no, I know.
But it's like I was a part of that, and at the end of the day, they can't take it away from me.
No type of paperwork.
Because if you look up on it for the writer's credit, you see my I should have had them put Scrapp Nyce, but it's my government on there. Like
which is even better.
If you look it up, you see background vocals, Scrapp Nyce.
Nah, your government name is better.
And that shit was Grammy nominated. So I could say
you was on a Grammy nominated artist.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing nobody could take away from me. I just feel like at that point, bro, and I feel like this sometime, and this one thing I'm gonna say to artists out here, like, don't ever feel like your time has passed. Like, you probably fall into some situation, you're like, damn, I should have made the best out of that. I probably should have. But I don't feel like that's it. I feel like that shit was like a learning curve for me, for me to really sit down like, yo, nobody is gonna have your best interest like yourself. Mm-hmm. So you gotta learn this business. Like, anybody will tell you, music, majority of the percentage you're dealing with music is the business part. You got to get your business right. The music is the least. You could go in the studio and make a dumbass song and you blow up tomorrow.
Facts.
The business not right.
But if the business not right, if the business is right, that song gone, bro.
It's better that you, in a sense, it's kind of better you missed out on that potential million. Because what if you got deep in and then you got screwed even deeper in? That's more money you would have missed out on right there.
True.
So, in a sense, a lot of people look at like you blocked your blessings. But a lot of people also look at it as that was a lesson that needed to be learned. And you learned it at a time that where you're still young in your career.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I just feel like that shit opened up a lot of doors for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of people might not know. Like, y'all probably not see me dropping shit, but I've been writing for niggas.